Hello, everybody. My name is Brennan Arms, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my donation proposal for why I think the American Red Cross deserves this $10,000 from our company. So imagine you guys remember in 2017 the hurricane that hit Houston. It hit like Texas, Louisiana, Georgia. So it was a very big deal. And this was an organization that actually helped out, stepped in to make sure these people were safe and had food and shelter. So with that said, I'll just start talking to you guys with what American Red Cross is and why I believe that they deserve this donation. So what is the American Red Cross? So the American Red Cross is a nonprofit humanitarian organization that is run by all volunteers that have the same goal of helping people in need. It is ran by volunteers and donations from people. So the services that they conduct are disaster relief, and this falls under all natural disasters or even house fires. And when this happens, they just go in, provide shelter, food, health services, what anybody in the area might need from the disaster. Another thing that they do is hold blood drives for blood donations to give blood to people that might need it that are in dire situations. They also assist military families, and they do this by just assisting military families in tough times or preparing them for the military life, as well as they actually have shelters and health services actually on military bases. Another thing that they do is provide health and safety courses. They do this for individuals or businesses in order for them to earn certifications or just learn health and safety courses in general to prevent bad things from happening in business environments. International services they also conduct, and this is just that they're not a like just solo American US brand. They help all around the world in all countries, it does not matter. So an article on the Delaware Journal of Public Health actually explained or defined them as one of the most recognizable nonprofit humanitarian organizations in the United States. And I would agree with this because they are a very recognizable organization to many people. And they also stated that the American Red Cross provides emergency assistance, disaster relief, and disaster preparedness. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is just the overall impact that the American Red Cross holds and has had in society. So I think it's a pretty big impact just because they've been around for over 130 years, providing these services to people that are really just volunteers that don't have to be out there. They're doing it for the greater good. They've also aided over 229 million people around the world. We can get all this information on their website, which is a very great part to learn about the Red Cross, as they list very many good things about themselves and have very good amount of information. So another thing this organization relies on is donations and the hard work from its volunteers in order to continue to contribute to helping people around the world, making sure people are safe and living a hopeful life. Some examples of their work was back in September of 2017, that Hurricane Harvey that I was talking about earlier in the beginning is Red Cross disaster volunteers worked tirelessly on this one to aid people that were being affected by Hurricane Harvey. And the aiding actually was conducted in Texas, Louisiana, Florida, and Georgia, making sure that all the people in these states were safe, provided with food, shelter, and health services. If someone was hurt, they could perform some first aid on them or anything, just make sure everyone was safe. Another example was back in December of 2019. The American Red Cross aided people in Puerto Rico, because they were getting hit by earthquake swarms, and they ended up actually spending 6 weeks there, helping over 2,000 different households in aiding of this disaster relief. An article of Scientific American explains that 2020 was the record year for American Red Cross disaster shelters, with over 1.2 million nights of sheltering. And I believe just the 1.2 million nights means the 1.2 million people each night of sheltering for those 6 weeks. So here's just some pictures I have. The picture on the left is just obviously the American Red Cross disaster relief van there. And they're just passing out food for people that have gone through a disaster, that might have lost their house, might have lost their money, won't have any food, no shelter. So you see the guy passing out food, just being a good volunteer, making sure everyone is safe and healthy. And then on the right, I put this picture in here just because it shows the drive that the volunteers have, that they have no reason, like nothing is forcing them to go out there and stop wildfires, yet they're going out there just to be good people and make sure everyone's safe and make sure that the world is safe. Everyone lives a good, hopeful life and has no worries. The possible benefit of donating our $10,000 to the American Red Cross, I think it's going to be a great, very beneficial thing because I'm confident that we'll be helping many people by choosing this organization, as our donation could go to disaster relief, helping military families, fundraising for blood drives, or even the safety training. There's just endless possibilities of what all our money could go to in order to help people and benefit society. So what makes American Red Cross so special, in my opinion? I think that it is their mission, their vision, and the values that set them apart from other nonprofit organizations. As their mission stated on their website is the American Red Cross prevents and alleviates human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. I think this is a great mission, as they basically just state that their main goal is to prevent human suffering, and just make sure everyone's safe. And they obviously value their volunteers and the generosity of their donors. So their vision of the company is to help people that are in need all over the world. They aim to aid communities and prepare them for disasters so that everyone has access to a safe and hopeful life. And I think this is also very important because it shows that their main goal is just to make sure that everyone has a safe and hopeful life and they don't have to worry about disasters coming in and just ruining everything. So their values, obviously they value the hard work and the volunteers of the donations from people, because that is what their nonprofit is run off, is the hard work of their volunteers and then donations from donors that would also like to benefit and help people in need. So the summary of this proposal is basically I've highlighted what American Red Cross is, which is a nonprofit organization that focuses on helping people in need, whether it's disaster relief, military families, training and safety services, or even just providing disaster relief. So the impact that they have, which is very strong in my opinion, of being around for over 130 years and helping over 229 million people. The other thing I went over is the possible benefit from choosing them, which I think is a great benefit, as our money can go to endless possibilities to helping people. And then some examples I went over of when they stepped in to help people, which they have plenty. I only provided two, but Red Cross actually helps in over 60,000 disasters per year, which is a huge number in my opinion. And what I also went over what makes them special, which I believe is their mission, vision, and values of the organization as a whole. So just some closing thoughts I have for you guys is that I ask that you choose American Red Cross as the organization to receive our charitable donation, as I know and am confident that it'll benefit many people. It'll be used very well to help people. And this donation will ensure that the money will be used to help people in need around the world, as they will have those endless possibilities of ways that they can help people. So basically, that is all I have. And I really hope that you guys consider American Red Cross as the winner for you guys' donation. Thank you.